Okay, hey YouTube, and what I want to do here is I'm going to do a quick review of something for you. And this is a review of the M1330 XPS motherboard. Let me open this guy up for you here real quick. And something about static bags. Static bags, once there's a pinhole in them, they do not protect. So even though I cut this to open it to take the item out, if you fold this over like this and take it, then the static will protect it. Let's go ahead and open this guy up real quick. Right here is actually an M1330 motherboard. Okay, and this is a motherboard for an XPS M1330 laptop computer. And this particular one, I'm just looking to see what chipset's on here, so let me pull it away for 1 minute, guys. Okay, let me show you something here. And they make two different motherboards for the M1330. I'm going to get you a zoom in here. Okay, we'll get you a little closer, and we'll go a little closer. Okay, on the board itself, let me just get here. Okay, on the motherboard, right next to like where the CPU is, this is where the CPU will go. There's the basic chipset and everything on here. If it only had this, then it would not be discrete video. This particular laptop motherboard has a little chip here, and I don't know if I can get it close enough, but you can kind of see. Let's see how far it will get there. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. But either way, this chip here is your NVIDIA video chip, and this is your Intel. So this has discrete graphics in it, which means it has a better video, not video card. Motherboards usually just have a drop of silicone on them, silicone, and this would be for the video. Now I'll show you the difference here. Let's see here, just real quick. Because the difference is, on this particular unit, you can see, this is the fan here, okay, fan and heatsink. This would cool the unit off. As you see, as this lays down there, what you have is 3 points of contact. You have 1, 2, 3. Okay, get rid of that because it adjusts. You have a point of contact here. You have a point of contact here, you have a point of contact here. Okay, and as I lift this off, underneath here you can see, you know, if you pull that off, there's a little metal pad underneath there that rests against the processor, and these are foam, and they rest against there. So these actually, the heat dissipates up into, this is called a heat tube. It's hollow. It's almost like there's a terminology they use in physics, adiabatic airspace. That's a space like if you had two windows with space in between them. Well, in between there's your space. Well, picture this. So what happens is, as this fan here spins, okay, it blows air out of these fins, which this is copper, and it pulls the heat away that way. In computers, you don't have liquids unless it's a very specialized system, because they can leak. But the fan would spin, pulls off the heat, blows it out to the back of the computer. But like I said, I wanted to show you the difference in the M1330 motherboards on the laptops is if you have this chip here and this chip, that means you have discrete graphics. If you do not have this chip, then of course your heatsink will be different too. It won't have this tab here, and it'll be a little shorter because it won't have to cover that. Let me show you a few different points on a motherboard for those that haven't seen them. You have your DIMM slots for your memory. You know, this takes your memory. Here's your processor slot. A lot of these, this is for your, I believe it's for the, I think it's for the CD-ROM. Because this whole area, once you put that in, will go in there. Here's your card reader. Let me pull it back up a little bit further. There, guys. Okay, so over here, this is your card reader area. In the front here, I'm gonna flip this up a little. I have to break it in the front here. See this here? In the front, you have your button for your. That's an infrared light, but anyway, microphone, jacks, card reader, SD card reader. Let's put that back in there so nothing breaks. Keep it as best we could. We'll flip it back here. Pretty much saw everything. This is a connector in the back for the power, for the battery. If you go this way here, you have a power connector for VGA, LAN, USB, HDMI port, and this looks like a firewire. It looks like a mini firewire. Here is going to be for another component. I'm not sure which goes in this side here because I can't remember. I think this is for the hard drive adapter. And then you have, I'll flip it over real quick. On the back of it here, pretty straightforward. Those are just, there's really nothing. There's some connectors for your keyboard, for ribbon cables, power connectors and stuff. But I wanted to show you that. Show you kind of, you know, that particular unit. There's another USB port on this end here. Right here. This is replaceable. This one part here, as you can see, there's some screws. This pulls off. This part here is replaceable. Anytime you see this, there's some screws that come off, and you can separate this. There's a screw there. And this is your PCMCIA car reader to put extra items in there in the slot. And if you look in there, this is a XD slot probably, which is a little different. There's a SIM card right here. So there's a few different parts on it. I wanted to show you guys, this is, like I say, the XPS M1330 motherboard with the discrete graphics, which are NVIDIA, which is the better motherboard. They do make a few different ones. This connector here, just like interface connectors, and I could put it through there. I might do some videos building one of these. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but I wanted to show you that. Like I say, when you put the item back into the static bag, just remember, you just got to be semi-careful. Just try to hold it somewhere, not out on the circuit board. Just put it in here. Put it back in. Once you get it back in there, okay, you get the board back in there. What I would do is fold over the plastic. It has to be folded over to protect it. You can tape it with masking tape or whatever you want to tape it with, but you know, you want to really fold that over, and then that will prevent static electricity from getting in the bag. Static electricity, just walking across the rug, and like you know, just a regular rug in your house, you'll generate about 20,000 volts of static electricity. Really. So then just take a piece of tape it like this. Just tape it up really good because you know, it has been opened. But if you tape it good, you fold it over like that, and then you probably just fold that end over if you can too. Now there's nowhere for the static electricity to go onto this board. There's no place to go. So this will actually protect it. And you know, I keep a backup of everything. Like I said, I have also an M1330 motherboard, and like I say, this is pretty much factory motherboard. I'm going to put it back in its handy little case and store it. And I will put back, like I say, its heatsink and fan, which is just like I say, it's conductive. Air goes through here, and then the air just, you know, this spins and blows it out of these fins, and that's just your cooling system. That's normally comes with the little control panel, they call it. See, it says XPS on there, and this connects to the motherboard and will control. You can see this little ribbon cable. your speakers, your eject, and stuff like that. But they normally give that with you. So I hope this was informative and educational. And once again, that was the M1330 XPS motherboard.